the other part that always embarrasses me is when I make a mistake because I'm a kaiji. You don't want to admit it. And I was thinking the other day, one of the first times I went to use the cash machines in the bank, you know, like it's all this whole thing there. So I went in, and there were people behind me. This is a long time ago, so people were all looking over my shoulder, and I'm kind of, and I take out my passbook and I put it in. I don't think there were bank cards at the time, but the passbook, and then I was making a deposit. So I put the money, the thing opened up, I put the money in, and it went, and I went, and it went, and the money came out again, and I picked it up and I put it in my wallet, and I went, you know what that's about. Does anybody, another little story? We have a story before the break? Come on, someone's got something. You know, Stuart, I know you have something.
I have a story.
Okay, that's enough. You're finished. You're good.
Okay,
Please say hello to Wendy.
first time to do this now.
What's that?
First time.
The first time up.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
My moment was arriving in Japan.
A little closer to the mic.
I'm going to kick something over. It's a new one. When we came to Japan in '98, Michael, my husband at the time, he came ahead of us. I have 4 children, so I came about a month later, packed up the house in Australia with wonderful help of my parents, packed up the toys, the bed, everything, and headed to Adelaide Airport with 4 children, a bag each, a pillow under their arm each, and had to fly from Adelaide to Sydney to catch the international flight. We got in the airplane coming into Sydney, we all got earaches, so it came down really fast. Anyway, we're all on the plane, got in to Sydney, and you have to go from one end of the airport to the other end in Sydney. You go from domestic through to international. So I'm trooping along. My children are 3, 5, 7 and 9. And they have their bag, their little backpack, they have their pillow, they have the luggage. We even had a bike in a box. And we're trying, anyway, we managed to get it all to the counter at Sydney. The check-in lady goes, "We do have pillows on the plane." I said, "Yes, but we're moving there and that's their pillows." "Right," she goes. And she went and found us one of those red and stripy blue zipper bags, that cold bags, blankets and things. Shoved all the pillows in that, put a tag on, put it into the airplane. We had to use the plane pillows. Anyway, we managed to get on the plane okay. Kids travelled pretty well actually. It was Mum that got sick, but they managed to get through the flight all right. Got into Kansai and Michael met us there. And we had to get, so there was a big suitcase for everybody. There was their little bags. There was now the bag with pillows. There was the bike box. We managed to get it all onto the train in Kansai. Wow. I know, it was quite stunning actually. When I think back on it now, it's like, how do people do this? Anyway, we did. We got it onto the train. Then we managed to, by this stage we'd been travelling. We left Adelaide at like 5 a.m. By the time we get into Kansai, it's like 8, 9 o'clock. The kids are starting to go, you know, we're stacking them up over things. So we get into Kyoto Station. And Michael says, "We've got to get off quickly. It doesn't stop for long." And I'm like, "Oh my God," you know. Right. So one of us actually stood in the doorway, literally throwing the while the other sort of snapped. And anyway, we got everything off onto the platform. And by this stage, I think Lily was still upright. She was 3. Seamus wasn't. So he was just laid on top. Just stay there, you know. Made sure he didn't roll off, but he was just laid on top. Chris and Alex were still fairly upright, not too bad. There's no trolleys when you get to Kyoto Station. There is no trolleys to get from the train to the gate. There's nothing. you have to pick up everything and carry it. So we can't leave sleeping children lying on the platform. You just can't. So I sat in one spot, and Michael and Alex and Chris did relays. They'd take as much as they could and come back. And the next bit, take the next bit along and come back. And the next bit. Anyway, so they got to the gate. We got through the gate. Relaying, keep going. And then Michael said, right, stay there, I'll find where the taxis are. And so then he went off. And it seems he was gone for a while. I'm thinking, okay, we'll just wait. By this stage, Lily's gone down as well. So there's 2 children sound asleep on top of the luggage. And he came back after, well, it seemed like forever, but after a while he came back and he's got a policeman in tow. I'm thinking, okay, have we done something wrong already? We've only been in the country a very short time. But what had happened was he couldn't find the taxi rank. So he'd gone to the policeman to ask, where is the taxi? He'd only been in the country a month, so his Japanese was a bit rough. And somehow the policeman, instead of saying, he tried to say, like, I need to get a taxi for my wife and my family. He said, I've lost my wife and my family. so the police started to worry. And eventually the policeman came back with him and realised, no, he hadn't lost us. We were there, but he'd lost the taxi. So that was, so then the policeman, very kindly, helped carry our luggage to the taxi. So we've got the children and bags and a bike box and a policeman, all going to the taxi. So that was my arrival to Japan.